Australia is located in the southern hemisphere and is surrounded by the Indian Ocean to the west and south, and by the Pacific Ocean to the north and east. The country of Australia includes the island state of Tasmania, which is 240 kilometers off Australia's southern tip. Australia is the largest country by area in Oceania and the world's sixth largest country. It is the only country that is also a continent. Australia is a megadiverse country, and its size gives it a wide variety of landscapes and climates, with deserts in the center, tropical rainforests in the northeast, tropical savannas in the north, and mountain ranges in the southeast. Australia covers an expansive area of approximately 7,692,024 square kilometers. Australia comprises three main regions: the Western Plateau, the Central Lowlands, and the Eastern Highlands. The Western Plateau is a flat, desert area characterized by hot daytime temperatures and cold nights. The Eastern Highlands, including the Great Dividing Range, features rivers, valleys, and Australia's tallest mountains. Australia is renowned for its diverse and unique wildlife, much of which is found nowhere else on Earth. The continent's isolation and varied ecosystems have led to the evolution of an array of fascinating and often peculiar species. Today, some of these animals are endangered because, as cities grow larger, the natural homes and food for these animals are becoming scarce. One of the rarest animals in the world that can be found in Australia is the platypus. The platypus, sometimes referred to as the duck-billed platypus, is a semi-aquatic, egg-laying mammal endemic to eastern Australia, including Tasmania. The unusual appearance of this egg-laying, duck-billed, beaver-tailed, otter-footed mammal at first baffled European naturalists. In 1799, the first scientists to examine a preserved platypus body judged it a fake made of several animals sewn together. The body and the broad, flat tail of the platypus are covered with dense, brown, biofluorescent fur that traps a layer of insulating air to keep the animal warm. The fur is waterproof, textured like that of a mole. The platypus tail stores fat reserves, an adaptation also found in the Tasmanian devil. The Tasmanian devil is the largest surviving carnivorous marsupial, native to the island state of Tasmania. This carnivorous marsupial is known for its powerful jaws and intense demeanor. It has a squat, thick build, with a large head and a tail, which is about half its body length. Unusually for a marsupial, its forelegs are slightly longer than its hind legs. Koalas are iconic marsupials native to Australia, known for their cuddly appearance, distinctive round faces, and affinity for eucalyptus trees. Koalas are known for their extensive periods of sleep, which is crucial for their energy conservation and digestion. On average, koalas sleep anywhere from 18 to 22 hours a day. Kangaroos are iconic marsupials that have become synonymous with the Australian landscape. They are known for their powerful hind legs, adapted for hopping. Like other marsupials, kangaroos give birth to relatively undeveloped young called joeys, which continue to grow and develop in the mother's pouch. Many of Australia's mammals are marsupials. In other parts of the world, marsupials disappeared long ago but Australia's isolation allowed marsupials like kangaroos, koalas to thrive. The first people who lived in Australia were the Aborigines. They likely traveled by sea from Asia more than 40,000 years ago. The early Aborigines were nomads, and they hunted and gathered food in small groups. There were at least 300 different languages among the Aborigines. In the 17th century, Dutch, Portuguese, and Spanish sailors surveyed Australia from their ships. The Dutch navigator Willem Janszoon was the first known European to reach Australia in 1606. In 1770, the British explorer James Cook mapped and claimed the east coast of Australia for Great Britain, and the first fleet of British ships arrived at Sydney in 1788 to establish the penal colony of New South Wales. The European population grew in subsequent decades, and by the end of the 1850s gold rush, most of the continent had been explored by European settlers, and an additional 5 self-governing British colonies were established. On the 1st of January 1901, Federation of the Colonies was achieved after a decade of planning, constitutional conventions, and referendums, resulting in the establishment of the Commonwealth of Australia as a nation under the new Australian Constitution. The Australian system of government combines elements derived from the political systems of the United Kingdom and the United States, along with distinctive locally developed features. Canberra is the capital city of Australia. The city is located at the northern end of the Australian Capital Territory, and although it is the centre of government, Sydney has the largest economy in Australia. The economy of Sydney is notable for its importance in the areas of trading, manufacturing, finance, education, and distribution in Australia. Sydney is a leading financial centre in the Asia-Pacific region. It is home to the headquarters of the Australian Securities Exchange and the Reserve Bank of Australia. It also serves as the regional headquarters for numerous multinational corporations. Australia's population was 26 million at the 30th of June 2022, having grown around 1.3% a year on average over the past 3 decades. Australia is a leading global provider of education to international students, and in 2012 was ranked as the 3rd largest provider of international education after the United States and the United Kingdom.